New Orleans had been his home for as long as he could remember. Neither an alpha nor beta, Jake had always taken orders from his leaders, supported the pack. But the New York alpha, Jax Chandler, had challenged his reality, opening his eyes. He'd spoken the truth that Jake had long suspected, but had chosen to ignore. Alpha. After the corrupt San Diego alpha had been killed, Jake had been temporarily assigned to lead the Anzober Wolves. What had begun as a chore had ended as an opportunity. He'd loved the pack as his own, discovering his abilities to lead. But ultimately he'd made the hard decision to return to New Orleans. Home on Acadian soil, the urge to battle his way into leadership could no longer be subdued. Destiny nagged at him, beckoning him like a siren's song. A symphony of insects sang in the night, drowning out thoughts of California as the black wolf ran wild through the bayou. Gaining on the alpha, Jake's feral instinct twisted through him. His claws scraped at the dirt, the earthy scent of the swamp in the air. Dimitri, the beta, growled as Jake sped past him. Logic warned Jake not to attack his alpha. Fighting Logan would end in one of their deaths. There was no other outcome. His humanity warred with the dominance that rose to the surface, demanding his wolf take his rightful place. Attack, the voice demanded, hurling him toward Logan. Determined to thwart the aggression, Jake veered to the left and broke from the pack. The hum of the Acadian pack echoed in the night, the din slowly dissipating as he distanced himself. Forcing a shift, Jake dug his fingers into the damp dirt. On his hands and knees, he heaved for breath as the realization set in that he'd have to leave New Orleans. Jake wiped the sweat from his forehead, smearing the mud across his skin. The earth of his ancestors soothed his turbulent mind. A stifled cry caught his attention, and he pressed to his feet. He traversed the brush, stealth in the night. The hair on his neck pricked in awareness. A vaguely familiar citrus scent permeated the air. It registered as feminine, but Jake couldn't identify her breed. Not human, the creature whimpered as if she were. Who the hell is at my house? As he stepped into the yard, the motion lights outside his cabin flickered, revealing her creamy white skin. The fragile figure stretched her hands forward and gave a small sob as she gasped for breath. Her face was concealed, thick jet black hair feathered down her back, brushing over her buttocks. "Hey, you all right?" Jake asked, cautious as she lifted her head and her green eyes blinked up at him with fear. I'm not," she whispered. His protective instinct rushed through him, and he padded toward her. Yet as he drew closer, his beast growled. Logic told him the weakened creature couldn't harm him, but his wolf continued to warn him away. Dangerous. "I don't know how you got here, but maybe you—" Jake's voice faltered as she began to quiver before him. He watched in fascination as her human figure illuminated before his eyes, her skin glossed in a fine gold sheen. What the hell? "Stay away," she hissed, covering her breasts with her arm. I can't control." "You're no wolf. Not that I thought you were." Jake didn't know what the fuck she was, but at this particular moment it didn't matter.